Entrepreneurship is the act of setting up a business or taking on a challenge in the hopes of turning a profit, whether that profit be financial or spiritual. Hello, my name is Clifford Acey, and I'm a budding entrepreneur. One of the biggest influences that I had in becoming an entrepreneur was my parents. I used to watch as they operated different businesses and went out and kind of worked for themselves. And they worked really hard. I mean, I don't think it was easy. It was actually a very difficult thing to do because one of the biggest obstacles that you have as an entrepreneur is risk.
People have a desire not to experience much risk. And so when he's going into any business, it means that you are not daunted by the risk. Exactly. You know the risk is there, and you're totally prepared to take it. You'd be surprised how many people say, I want to have my own business, but they're risk adverse.
Risk is a very big part of being an entrepreneur. It's not something you can just escape. It's one of the biggest, most daunting factors in being an entrepreneur because you're assuming all the risk. You're the one taking on the risk of possibly losing everything that you worked for, or everything that you have, because you're putting it all on the line in hopes that this business will work out, that this process will work out.
Entrepreneurs have to want to get paid 5 years from now. And they want to do the stuff that's necessary to be in that place 5 years from now.
You got to be willing. You got to be willing to take that loss.
Yeah.
For now, in the hopes that in the future something better is going to come out of it.
Right. And that's that risk. That's what they talk about, business risk and return. That's the risk. You put it out there now. The same way you do, Laura, when you do your stocks.
One of the primary ways that I learned to get past, risk and obstacles that come with being an entrepreneur, and I learned it from my parents as well, was to have faith in what it is that drove me to that point, that drove me into the process of entrepreneurship.
Exactly. There is a faith issue around risk. You have to believe that it's what you've been called to do.
That's one of the things that kind of helped me get past being an entrepreneur. It helped me to see that even though it is a troubling test, it's something that is kind of faith will help to propel you past that. Faith will help to show you, hey, this is a way to get over that. Because when you have faith, it provides a sense of comfort. The definition of faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. And that's basically one of the most truest facts about entrepreneurship. You have no assurance that this is going to work out. You're just hoping that it will. You have no evidence that it's going to work out, but you believe that it will.
I operate totally off of faith. And I laughed at him. I said, wow, I never thought you saw me that way. She said, because you constantly working, you constantly putting back, you constantly making sure this is taken care of and that taken care of. And that is because I have a bigger vision.
The thing that keeps me motivated is the vision that I have for Cadre Productions. I want Cadre Productions to be someplace that gives a voice to the disenfranchised. I hope that as you watch this documentary, I hope that you feel as though the risk and faith help you to push forward in what you want to do and what your entrepreneurship is pushing you toward. So I appreciate you for watching, and thank you